That's right, Winstrike and Cloud9. Map 1 has concluded, going very much in the way of Cloud9. An opener there that was certainly in their pocket after 11 rounds showing on their CT side. It was already a really slow start from Winstrike and barely getting started at all. Netting themselves only 7 rounds to Cloud9 16. Cloud9 having coming out on top there in this opener of the series. Welcome back. My name is Trey Saranthus, and on this desk, we're going to be making some sense as to why they were able to part those seas and really get in there and get it done. I've got Chad and Sean here, and these guys will try their best to make sense of what was the beating of Winstrike.
I just have to ask a question. If you're going to pick a map, you might want to look like you have an idea of what you're doing on it. When some of those strats came out, especially the ones where I consider them pocket strats, where it's the low buy with upgraded utility, let's drop Waylander on the vent, dies. Norbert tries to rush outside to go quick into main, throws a flash and hopes that covers him. You've got Waylander in the vent on the last round of the game, holding a knife out when he has a CZ. If I could pick any weapon to have in the vent against a falling rifle, it would probably be the CZ. Some really questionable things from Winstrike right now, and this right here reiterates the reason of why we have best of threes as the gateway.
Right.
This removes the best of one specialist or the upset teams from being able to get through by either having gimmicks or good performances, or the experienced players maybe not being as fired up and ready as they need to be, because right now Cloud9, they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and they didn't have that slow start we saw yesterday. Back-to-back 16-1 sort of weirdness going on. We do have the numbers here to run you by. Of course, the first map only included. And, well, for Winstrike, maybe we can look for some silver linings here. Sean, I know you love silver linings, not just the movie, but also trying to round out what Winstrike is right now.
I guess the only silver lining is they had some strats, but they just had no layers to them, right? So they had a fast mini split, but their scaling on the bomb site was terrible. They had a good boost outside where, you know, World Edit got that opening pick on automatic on a crucial reset round early in the match. But their way they entered the upper bomb site was terrible. I thought Cloud9 actually did a really good job of defending that. Rush, Kiyoshima, and Flusha all came up big several times. Automatic, playing like retakes in the lower site with that AWP, had so much impact. But I'm more impressed with Cloud9's T side. They looked like Astralis, the way that we're like splitting the entire map, going outside secret, pushing towards heaven, going your amp at the same time. Put a lot of pressure on the CTs.
I would like to see automatic shots taken to shots missed, because it feels like he hardly ever misses, right?
Yeah.
This guy, for somebody who isn't a primary AWPer, well, he is now, but not traditionally a primary AWPer, he's doing a fantastic job, and that just adds yet another layer to automatic as an individual, as a player, as a major winner. Let's not forget the automatic, Flusha, Kiyoshima, and Rush have all won majors in the past. So this is where the experience, I have to keep bringing this point up, really shows in these crunch time matches, these best of threes today have completely proven that point. Ninjas in Pajamas, they went through, you know, they were able to do it. We have G2 with Shox and Kenny, they've been able to do it. And now it looks like Cloud9, they're going to be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, and, you know, I want to bring it back to the point of automatic with the AWP. We're seeing him find, you know, pretty marginal success there. And, Sean, I don't think that there was really a whole lot of stock put into that idea right off the start of him picking up an AWP.
No, a lot of people had doubts, you know, when you take your star player and make him into an AWP player. And after the match against Tyloo, people were questioning the move. But in an interview, actually, he said that he didn't really get to use it much, and it was all his fault. And ever since then, he's picked it up throughout the entire tournament, and he has pretty much hit every single shot, like Chad said.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him miss.
Yeah, well, he seems to be hitting the ones when he does have the big green in the hand, but he doesn't come into like the top 5 in terms of AWP kills in the tournament thus far, or AWP kills per round. He's not featuring in those stat lines, but he's effective, at least when we're looking at it from an eye test. And, you know, that's important in games like this where they're winning, and especially when you're moving on to an overpass, where they were blown out of the water by the likes of Tyloo.
Yes.
And now when you think about it, if the fact that Tim's hitting all his shots, he's going up against World Edit, who we know can be very sporadic as an AWPer, signs aren't good for the side of Winstrike.
Yeah, that's right. If you were unaware of how these vetoes actually unfolded, it would have been Cloud9 removing Dust 2, then Winstrike picking Nuke, and Cloud9 picking Overpass, which is exactly where we're going next in the second map of the series. Cloud9 with the gear shifter in their hands and having no problem popping the clutch and getting it going there. And I guess when we look ahead into Overpass, should there be any sort of struggle here at all?
I don't think so. I think Rush is a really good bomb site player at the B bomb site. He plays the pillar extremely well. He's like one of those players that can, you know, stick tight against an object in CS and peek wide and get frags. Automatic opping the bathrooms should theoretically be strong, but we don't know because we didn't get to see that against Tai Lu.
Yeah, because against Tai Lu, it was not a pretty affair at all. I mean, we're talking about a 16-3 showing there. They basically got dumpstered, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I think with their backs against the wall, they're definitely playing a better brand of Counter-Strike. But if you look at Cloud9 in the early stages of this year, sure, these were ring rust tournaments where people were kind of just getting back into their paces. They beat Fnatic on Overpass 16-7. They beat FaZe on Overpass at the E-League events in overtime, and they even beat Big on Overpass 16-14. So they're big victories against even bigger names than what Winstrike is right now.
Well, the bigger names that Winstrike have tackled on in this tournament would have been wins over Fnatic and NiP. Fnatic having, you know, ultimately, you know, defecating the bed, dare I say.
It's a good way to put it.
I mean, we're looking at that coming to fruition on the back of big CT halves. 13 rounds, 12 rounds on a CT half. Is this a chance for them to maybe bounce back here on the CT side of things and maybe turn things into their favor in the best of three?
I think so, because like you said, their only real successes so far have been on that CT side, and they will get to start. That's the one benefit they have of this being Cloud9's pick. They'll get to start on the CT side most likely, and they could run up a big lead. We've seen it time and time again this entire event, whether it be the Augs. I don't know what you want to say. I'm not going to say Augs, but
they definitely
we've seen a lot
helping.
of big CT halves.
Well, big CT halves are in store, and in roughly 30 seconds, we're going to be getting into the game. So, boys, you know what I've got to ask you for. Win conditions, predictions, where you're putting all your bets towards.
2-0, pack it up, turn the stream off. Let's get it done.
Nice.
Yep, 2-0 barbecue, Trace.
Yes, that's right. 0-2 barbecue, because win or lose, we jacuzzi. And, well, the jacuzzi is not going to be lonely tonight. We do have two members over there ready to bring it to you. And popping the clutch all the time will be Mr. Trivet and Mr. Greer walking us down Overpass Lane.
I've heard a lot of stories about the jacuzzi here in Katowice, so good luck there tonight, lads. But we've got to get through this game first, as it is Cloud9 on Overpass. They'll start out T-side.
They certainly will, Matthew. Cloud9, the heavy favorites here. Their map pick, they're going to send 4 players towards B at the very start. My God. Automatic finds a shot with the PD-50. They're going to pounce on that. And Norbert's got to find at least a couple of kills here. He'll be blinded off and have to fall back towards short. And now it's up to the defending CTs to do what they can here. World Edit was so quiet in that nuke affair, and it doesn't look like things are getting much better for him. He's stuck in the water. Zelsis will take him down. It's down to Boomich at this point, who has to try and recover absolutely everything. Spots one, gets a kill there. Or does he? Oh, no. Gets nothing. They get run over.
Absolutely run over. Fantastic for Cloud9. Take pistols now 2-1. First pistol did go on nuke to Winstrike. Yeah, coming out with only 1 kill in this one. That's not the way you want to start this. Desk predicts that this will be a 2-0. Chad seemed pretty convinced. We'll see if that's the case or otherwise. That's going to be very tough for Winstrike to really battle back if they can't get control of the economy early on. So keep in mind that every kill counts even in these rounds. Interesting decision. Flusha and Automatic both holding on to pistols in this round.
They are indeed.
I think that's probably a reaction buy, right? It's not like they're saving for the op per se, but they know they're going to have the advantage this round no matter what. They've got 2 AKs. They've got a MAC-10.
Well,
let's see if they force. Let's see if they bring anything to the table, and then they can buy accordingly next time.
Well, they'll get the orb next round for sure. Automatic will bring that out. It's if he survives, that is. Flusha, that's interesting. He makes a decision. He's got a P2000.
Yeah, and I think this goes more to what I was saying. They're not going to go double op, I should say, but Flusha can now adapt, right? He can say, okay, they didn't buy anything at all. Maybe they're going to go aggressive round 3. I'll have a rifle accordingly. Maybe they're not. Maybe they force bot. We won that. I'll get an SMG and run them over.
We'll see what happens. Oh, this is actually starting to go wrong.
Yeah, it is. Very wrong. Norbert opens the door, gets 1, and then gets the AK, finds the second. Waylander's gone down, so it's only a 1-man advantage, but it's a significant one because Norbert can now rotate as well. He's on 75 HP. Going quickly. Flusha in the smoke. This is optimistic. Why? What's the point? You still have the advantage. Well, at that site, at least, but that's ridiculous.
This decision now is starting to fall apart. I'm not sure what they're up to.
Yeah, what was that? I mean, at least check the site. I don't understand. I'm confused. Celsius, good luck, son. Already having that stairwell very closely watched and guarded. Quick, he'll be able to call for Boomich to get in position. AK is going to have to do some damage. Didn't even spot quick in the corner.
Oh, what a nightmare. Well, it all started with Kirishima going for a full-on spam towards a connector. He went for the reload. Gets taken down by the USP. I feel like they just got too carried away at that point. Luckily, we had 2 players on eco, so there is money left over to buy this round, but still a weird one. That round, you will not see every day. Zelsis left with nothing, as they'll buy what they can. It's not going to be much, though. Automatic left with just PD-50, no armor. He's dropped his AK to Kiyoshima to try and recover this horrible situation they've got themselves into. Looked like it could be a quick 2-0 considering the circumstances, but that's certainly thrown a spanner in the works. 1-1. Down to the pistols now as they head towards B once again.
Smoke inside of Monster. Og in the corner. AK spray already through, does massive damage onto Zelsis. He sits on 14. It's going to be the Og still waiting for a period of time as the Og has another smoke deployed. Automatic to flash potentially and try and get back in position, but Kiyoshima wants to go to sandbags instead. The only gun that they have on the T side, and he's got to be perfect with it. Can't find the opening shot. They now know where it is. They don't know exactly how to counter it. Norbert is having a solid start to this match. 3rd kill. All of his kills have been tremendous for impact. He's going to get 2 more on spray down, and it's just Flusha left in a 1-on-4.
Well, that round will cost him dearly. They get nothing done here. Norbert with 3. Flusha steals one away through the smoke, but that's probably all he does at this point. They know exactly where he is, and they'll have to line up in a horrible manner for him to get anything more. Wodak goes down to 12 HP, but they know they've got them on a full eco now. That was the heavy investment from Cloud9. 1 AK and Deagles, and Norbert just guns them down. Waylander as well chiming in as Norbert, barely even seeing anyone. All of his kills are over a wallbang or through smoke. 3 in total. As we go 2-1, presumably 3.
Yeah, I would assume so, given the circumstances. Trying to force buy in the last round as well. So, Boomich goes aggressive, already toward the fountain. Quick Molotov, he'll hold them at bay just to make sure that they don't wrap around. They can fall back to bathrooms in the meantime. So forget what I was saying about losing track of the economy early. Winstrike's taken full advantage of it, and they might actually start running on this CT side. Kiyoshima's trying to do the self-boost up onto that pipe just to see if he can figure it out, but you actually have to strafe jump around the corner. You probably saw the Reddit post a week ago.
I didn't actually. I didn't know it was actually possible to do by yourself.
Yeah, you can. You have to jump away, and it's like a 120-degree swing.
Yeah, it can't be a very good angle when you get like an MP9 or something. On the CT side, perhaps.
We'll let it. Speaking of angles, he's got the op on the site now, knows that they are working in. He doesn't have to do anything. Boomich just absolutely decimates them with the AUG. And Winstrike certainly have a clue as to what to do on Overpass, so Cloud9 need to be careful. I mean, they've already given away a massive start.
Yep, they really have. You really didn't want that to happen against the full eco. Some horrible decisions made. Maybe a little bit carried away. But either way, this was a very easy round for Winstrike. Orgs doing good work, denying the plant. AK's out again, no AWP for automatic, which is doing a lot of damage on Nuke. Still early days here, but Winstrike have established himself. 3-1 overall as we get into the next round. But a long presence here from Waylander. And Wodak with the AWP will strike first, taking down Zelsis. He really was quiet on the first map, but that's a nice loud start as he opens things up and falls back safely.
So again, the opening pick to Winstrike. Waylander holds Monster. AUG. Short tunnel to get the view, and he's just out of vision for Rush. Good time to turn off the X-ray because that would have been a splendid kill for them to pull back. Now they still have no idea that he's there, and World Edit still is watching out toward the doorway. Waylander's given up. Tried to fire through. Now Flusha gets rolling. Norbert's down. World Edit with the op has to watch both angles. Keo's trying to pre-fire it. Saw him backing away. Still doesn't want to round it, but he's low enough on HP. It's easy when he does. It's Quick that gets back in. We know how solid he can be as an individual, but he's Molotov'd off, and it might be, depending on what Boomich gonna I'm surprised he went for that. They would have had no idea he was on the flank, but If he could have achieved something, they might have gone for it. Now Quick might want to consider the save, but he's still sticking around because he knows that any kills he gets are beneficial, and there's 3 on low HP. Doesn't matter. Shot is hit, and it's Cloud9 getting their second.
He actually dinked rush there down to 2. Unlucky not to get that frag, but there it is. Cloud9 looking much more efficient there as they lost the first pick, but answered back towards the end with 4 surviving. So that's not bad at all. It's that short presence, maybe staying there way too long, I would say. Once you get that opening pick on the CD side, maybe better off just taking the advantage and allowing the T's to make the next move. But either way, Automatic has the orb now. Another buy there for Winstrike. They'll have 4 orgs, as per tradition is Major, and an AWP.
Bless you, Henry.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Boomich must have had the information that they were low on HP to try and go for that spray through the wall, because it's pretty desperate at that point, 4 on 2, and he had a reasonable chance to try and flank in through Monster. Flusha gets Waylander this time. The opening pick is secured by Cloud9. Quick and Norbert seem to be the 1-2 punch on B, and it's Norbert again that wants to slide over toward Monster, but not spotting anyone. Smoke's still down. He's able to transition back on top of the site directly. And while all that transpires, quite a rotation as well. It's worth noting that this is when Rush will try and take an advance toward the A site. He might get to headshot before Boomich. No, he's taking his time. He's nearly there. Turns out Boomich wants to go further than that. It's going to cost him.
Well, he's gone right down to the grave. As now 5 on 3, and World Edit presumably smoked out any second, just like that. They might as well save at this point because they're not going to have anything going to the next round. Good HE. There's a lot of damage towards Quick. Double down on them. It's around for Cloud9. It's just whether Winstrike can hold on to anything here. Surely they don't go for the retake. And they start to fall back. Flush up, presumably planting the bomb in a bit of a safer manner this time.
Quick gonna try and get aggressive. Keo peeking it, gets caught.
Pretty sure that's all they'll go for.
Yeah, I don't think much more in it because Quick is the only one with the kit, 14 HP, and it's been ticking a while. So we'll tie the game back on 3 rounds each. A save is required. It is a necessity at this point. No money for Norbert before the round ends. Same for Waylander. And there's not really much anywhere for that matter as Zelsis tries to jump around and see if he can spot them on the exit. It would be great to get one more gun down for all the aforementioned reasons. They will keep the AWP for World Edit. That's important.
Really need to see the most out of World Edit this particular map. Overpass have a huge responsibility. They can go anywhere on the CT side. B, middle, long, bathrooms, connector. All viable options for them. Flusha gets that kill for the smoke. Kiyashima absolutely obliterated Boomich upon entry. His rotation was shut down swiftly. And now they do have the leftover weapons here. 3 rifles. Well, 2 rifles and 1 orb. And we'll see if World Edit can open things up. He has to go for an initial pick here.
And he's got it. It's exactly what they had to do. Had the spawn to get there just in time. Catches out Rush. Now it's a whole different round than when we started because those 2 pistols combined can certainly do damage. Keo jumping to try and spot in as well to see water position. 3-man boost.
Potentially.
It's not a 3-man in that terms of all 3 are... Ooh, oh, what a shot! Zelsis shut down, sit down, as Norbert's gone.
That's sick.
It's not a traditional 3-man. It takes 3 to get up there in that position, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's not a traditional in that it slides you off the top, so it's pretty powerful, but they went for the jump on it.
Yeah, that wasn't the best call. Zelsis has been eradicated, though. Waylander. Another slow start from him. I'm not sure what Boomich is up to there. Could have just rotated safely up towards the bomb, so went for the bathrooms, and down he goes.
Maybe we should call it the Charlie Sheen boost, because it kind of takes 2.5 men.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. We'll do that from now on.
Perfect. Kiyoshima trying to work his way in, make straight contact on the B site. No one there at all, and they're still considering the options over toward A as well. He'll do the aggressive lurking, holding at long. Also going to be in a position to try and take the site as Quick gets taken down. Waylander does get Kiyoshima, but Flush is already working his way in.
Oh, this spot from Flush up. So good. Oh, the timing. It's going to come down to the absolute milliseconds here. 5 on the clock as the bomb goes down. If Flusha His drop, the round could fall apart, but he hits absolutely everything there. Zelsis, we need to slow that shot down. He only has 3 kills so far, but the kill he got in return was absolutely fantastic there. And it's down to Flash to finish things off. They had 5 seconds on the clock, and here it comes. Oh my goodness. Get him out of here. Automatic with the AWP to keep finding numbers. You can see Kiyoshima finding the player, blending into his surroundings there. A difficult position to flush out, but he manages to take him down. And the money still there somehow for Winstrike due to the fact they keep saving weapons. They'll still have Augs and an MP9 this time for Norber as Boomich will boost himself up towards Party and actually go towards the fountain. Doesn't get the kill. Flusher, who looks electric today. Everything going in his favor. He had some of the lowest numbers of his career yesterday in terms of individual performance and anything but today. Absolutely show-stopping in terms of his impact.
Waylander's still holding out inside of the site. Norbert has gone onto the corner this time, so Waylander's going to have to pull them in, bait them in this position. Quick flash for Rush to try and take long. Self-take, second flash to support it. Spams the tree, but no one there. In fact, no one at long at all. But just trying to establish that at this point in time.
Zelsis given the responsibility of holding Monster, making sure no CTs push. Did see one jump across there. You can see that horrible little angle to the right-hand side of Monster. That's where a CT resides with the MP90. Now, you can't shoot from up there, but in all the chaos, it sometimes can be overlooked. You drop down behind them, go with the big spray down, and there are 3 players heading in that direction. They need to be aware of it. That's such a vital smoke. At 35 seconds, this is where the chaos does become a factor. Will it work out for them? They can't send the AWP through first, and he's got some attention to be taken away. Oh, it's happening.
It worked out brilliantly. Waylander even killed Zelsis the first one in, so he could just focus on the second. And now as he dances out the pillar, it's an easy trade onto Automatic. The only kill they found once the site was taken. First kill was found so much sooner, rendered that one useless. As we tie 4-4.
Winstrike. Big question mark around their performance in this map, but so far keeping up from a little bit of help from Cloud9. Norbert does play that position perfectly, boosted up and manages to get 1 kill upon entry and then 1 through the smoke as well. Money's still there for Cloud9. They get another full buy. But this will be the last of it. Whoever wins this round sends their opposition to an eco. Will it be Winstrike or Cloud9? We'll find out. Well done at this time, not successful in the opening pick. Smoke used by Zelsis to get himself towards short. Oh, nice gap there. Will the CTs be able to use it effectively? Automatic, I think, is aware of it. Waylander gets himself in position. If Automatic comes and pre-fires, they did spot the gap. He's got a kill. Here he comes.
Backed off of it. They've got 2 men over there. Zelsis is going to make that a problem, because as soon as he gets the kill on Sandbags, they can't afford to stay there together. As soon as they transition, it's the kill that comes in, but the fact that there was 2 still catches them off, because Automatic thought the coast was clear. Waylander got the kill. Zelsis steps up, but he burns alive. No way he was getting out of it. He committed to the kill, and Boomich is going to put him down afterward, but it's still the advantage to Cloud9, and that's significant. Deep smoke over toward Monster, but Flusha holding in front of the A site has just whirled at it to find. Single smoke in front of the bathrooms. It's probably been there, yeah, I was going to say quite a bit of time. It starts to dissipate because we joined in and it was already in full bloom. Shot misses from World Edit, and he's flashed off, not aware that he was so deep inside of the flames. He's tagged down to 24 as they tried to get toward default. He's going to spam it. Oh, nearly got it too. Just high of Rush's head. It is absolutely wallable in the middle of the bomb. It's surprising that so many people still plant there when they know the op's in that position.
You've got a very good point there, but luckily they live to tell the tale. Boomich still going for this one. He's actually got a kill on Rush, no problem at all, but that gives up his position here. Time is of the essence, and Flusha go for the counter flank here as he makes his way through the bathrooms. He can go as fast as he likes. There's no chance for them to detect him. He'll nail the shots. It actually does the damage as Kiyoshima to close things out. No chance for World Edit, even though that's a wonderful, impressive shot. He doesn't have the time to defuse this, and he knows it. He might even go down with the blast. What's he up to here? Needs to fall back. Now he's okay.
He picked up the smoke, and the kitten was like, yeah, maybe. Too late. Gone. Flusha will go down with it. World Edit lives to keep the op at the very least, but Cloud9, importantly, keep the lead on the T side.
They absolutely do, and that resets the money. But the fact that the AWP is saved, there's always a chance, right? We've seen it before so many times.
Well, we already saw it in this game. World Edit rushing out toward mid, getting the opening pick with the AWP. This nearly fell apart over toward B as well, because as I mentioned, Automatic thought the coast was clear, killing one. He ran directly toward Waylander. But they recover.
Well, that shot forward at it does actually work out to be impactful. The fact he saved the orb gives him a fighting chance here. We boosted towards short. And he's got a chance for a kill here. He misses out on the initial opportunity, goes down to 6 HP, but they get a frag at least. This could actually be a round for Winstrike if Cloud9 aren't careful. It's now a 5-on-3, but the low HP will at least yield one frag. Zelsis. And Automatic doing work towards short. They've got this back in their favor. Oh my goodness. Right in the smoke. Waylander thought he was safe, but anything but. It's Automatic to get 3 kills in return. Boomich again on the flank. Will it yield a frag?
He's just going to hold in case they rotate that direction, but it's not often you rotate from water back out toward Monster unless you're fully committing onto B. And they've gone away from it. A clear. Zelsis will confirm it. I have to say, criticisms perhaps justified at the start of the event. Yesterday in the late stages and today he's been impressive.
I agree.
He's doing what he needs to do. In this case, he understands he's the further forward, clear the site.
Yeah. Well, no choice to win now. Winstrike will have to hold on to what they have, which isn't much. AWP and a UMP. Boomich looking for another kill, maybe an upgrade. Yeah, not going to happen. Well, that makes his way towards T-spawn. Oh, I think he has been hurt though. Flusher knows he's here. One bullet from this MAC-10 will take him down. If I know Flusher, he might just knife out and jump around the corner. He's got the kill, whatever happens here. And there it is. Didn't want to risk anything, so make sure he gets it. Picks up the orb for Automatic. And I believe that will put him on an eco here. They're about $3,000. There is World Edit with 5K. Quick with 4. The rest of them hovering around 3.5. I would say take the partial. Not worth the investment. And I think that's exactly what they'll do. CZ's out now. It goes 6-4 in favor of Cloud9 on the T side of Overpass here. 6-4 up on a CD-sided map. You're feeling pretty good, and you've got them on an eco as well. It's their pick. If you missed out on Nuke, it was a really nice showing from Cloud9. The fact they actually hadn't played that map officially before, we weren't sure they practiced it, but obviously they had, and they looked very good on it. Automatic, especially with the AWP, was really good. And Zelsis, that's okay. A 1-for-1 trade isn't the end of the world, as now they'll be aware they're on the CZs and they can play around that.
The only issue with the 1-for-1 is that they do get the AK and get away with it.
Yeah.
He did get overrun. And it's Norbert, seemingly always, that finds those kills to get the weapons. He's done exactly that. But you're right, confirm the run the pistols at the very least. Okay, they got one gun, you can figure that out. Deductive reasoning's not too hard in that situation. So play accordingly. Neat little positional decision by World Edit and Quick. But I'm just going to join in on it at first, that we're in a quite creative, a crafty little bait and switch. Automatic's going to have to be careful here too, because if he's spotted and misses a shot on this boost, they can run through and punish it, shoot the player down below, and they've got problems. Boomich gets taken out by Rush. He's the one that had to hold on and keep things under control in that situation.
Oh, they actually take down the player with health as well, so they go Quick on the other side, who's low, and Flusher looks like he's going to check every single angle here. Guaranteed frag, and one more player to find, which they'll absolutely get, no problem at all. Norbert, he's at the B sites. Cloud9 extend the lead at this point. It's just whether Winstrike will pick up any extra kills. You might as well hold on to the AK, to be honest here, Matt. Well, it's proven me wrong. Let's see what he can do.
Norbert's going to push the smoke. Kiyoshima, looking in the right direction, has him taken down already. 7-4 for Cloud9. And money enough to fully purchase this time on the CT side. They'll go op and og. Just one op, it's World Edit. This was Zelsis, only found the one. Could have cost them just getting that AK up, but they found the next pick with it as well. Maybe picked up a second rifle. Things can fall down the slippery slope quite quickly. Just need a little water on the slip and slide, and it's active.
Bit of soap, bit of water. Some sunny weather.
Zelsis dropped the soap.
Perhaps. Oh, he has now. He will be going down. Waylander gets 2. He's actually playing pretty well on that B side. 5-on-3 straight away. As now, Automatic AWP. trying to recover the situation, but I'm not sure it's going to be possible.
They can justify putting one in the corner to try and bait them in as well. Again, with the advantage. Good find from Automatic. That changes that setup slightly.
Well, that's the AWP removed. Boomich in the one and done position. Smoke in front of him, though. Does Rush have the presence of mind to check it? No, he does not.
Oh, my God. Yes, he does. Great reaction. Quick trades it. But 1 for 1, considering what we saw or thought was going to happen, that's pretty good. They can work with that. And Bomb is back at spawn. Automatic will grab that now. And they go back over toward B after creating some rotations on the CT side.
One player resides on the B bomb side. That's going to be Norbert. He has the AUG, and he's using that crafty position on top of the sewer here. He might waste some time getting up there, but he's up there now. It's such a difficult angle to pre-fire. But Automatic might be aware of it. He's coming with his AWP. Let's see if he checks it. He did get spotted, but Norbert gets down in time. And now they know it's a B attack. With 25 seconds remaining, Winstrike have a huge upper hand here.
Norbert trying desperately to swing and get it. He gets one. Quick's got the other, and it's going to be the defuse. That was very swift from Winstrike. They do allow the plant, though. Money's not amazing on the Cloud9 side. There's been a few rounds lately that have been close, so even though they had 3 in a row, that bomb plant's going to mean everything.
The bomb plant allows them to have one more buy here, but they will take a pause here, I'm almost sure of it, just to kind of work out their finances and how they're going to distribute the wealth. But that's a big round for Winstrike there. Waylander, especially at the start of the round, hitting 2 shots with the AUG. You don't even need the headshots really. It's 3 body shots of the AUG that will take them down. You can see how he got it done. Not the cleanest of frags, but certainly effective. Zelsus, the only compromise here, you're right. He does seem to be the player, more often than not, who gets left with the scraps. Rush hit again. This time not going down. But legged.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's dead now.
Yeah, he was definitely weakened up, and then it was easy for Boomich to spot that out. Say, oh, wow, but he certainly saw him running in behind the tree. Automatic. AWP, close angle, doesn't mind. He's going to give it a go. Try and crack the site wide open. He's done exactly that. Norbert gone. And he's going to rotate back around. Not the swiftest of surfs. Still gets there. Smoke down monster. Couldn't see it anyway. It's not like he was trying to rotate fast and find a pick, but it's only just the man advantage. 4 HP for Automatic. He's got the up, so that doesn't necessarily matter that much if he can find the angle, but now he can't go aggressive to find the picks. That's where the AKs need to come in. Oh my goodness, that was close. To Vision going either way. And Waylander just missed out on a chance to strike on Kiyashima. He's gone aggressively into the corner as well after they've already cleared this position, so it might catch Kyo off. His crosshair placement doesn't suggest that he's aware, but he is just holding at this point in time. He's going to check it. He is. Oh, he was! He thought he'd gone far enough. That happens all too often. Thought he was far enough in, and Waylander got the headshot instead. And Boomich is in behind them. So Flusha now knows that they've lost on B. He's going to go check out A. Boomich has been smart enough to identify that even though he heard one single player, and now he's going to hear him coming back. If he can hear only one, it's because they are trying to get information. Go pinch them in at B, and he does exactly that. They win out the round.
Well, it looks like Winstrike might be able to do something with Overpass after all. There's been a few catastrophic errors from Cloud9, but they still have the lead for now at 7-6, but it looks like we have to take an eco here for round number 15. They've got $2,000 per player. They're going to get $2,400 on top of that after this round, but they can't really buy anything into this one, unfortunately. Anyone above 2K can maybe get a PT50 or a Deagle. Anyone beneath or at it, and they've stabbed each other again. I'm going to lose my freaking mind. But,
wow. 64 HP. Yeah, that's not great.
It's a full Glock anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but still.
It's annoying. I get it. I don't like being stabbed in the back either, metaphorically or otherwise.
Prefer it to be metaphorically, to be honest, but yes.
Wow, okay. No politics here. Boomich goes back out for more. Bomb already down. Pretty straightforward round. They'll just collect on Flusha. It's going to be 7-7 to decide the half on round 15. Most maps so far, well, all maps so far, aside from Cash in this major, have been CT sided. It's a very small sample size so far on a few. We've only seen Dust 3 times, for example. Cash itself, we've only seen, I think, 4, maybe 5 now.
I think after today, it's like 4 or 5, yeah. Maybe 4.
So yeah, pretty small sample size. But if you're a statistics guy and you want to read into that, you could say that Cloud9 are in an okay position with 7 rounds. We'll see if that proves to be true or not.
Could have been a lot more. Remember, they lost to a full eco in that second round. They should have had the 3-0, no problem. They made some pretty horrible calls there. This is an interesting approach. Going for the wall bangs towards T-spawn. Never seen that land.
But that one time you do, it'll be spectacular.
Indeed. Kenny S had a hell of a wall bang earlier on Cash. Like I said, I would say it's about 1 in 100 that would actually be successful. That one's a bit more common. Flash up facing towards the A side of the map, and well did it. All too happy to take him down. He's hit some decent shots this half. He's got them another opening advantage here. 5 on 4 in the final round. We're tied up at 7-7.
Rush watching through the window. Gets off silently. Celsius, you can hear. Trying to make a statement toward B as they rush out on A. Boomich far enough forward, he can hear them coming, and he steps out again to find yet more. As he gets his 14th, make that 15th kill with 3 in the round. And it will indeed be Winstrike that have the winning strike on the half. As it goes 8-7, they pull it back with 3 rounds in a row.
It looked like Cloud9 were going to run away with this after winning the pistol, but Winstrike have woken up. On Cloud9's map pick, they do steal the half at 8-7 and looking to take us to a third. Can they make it? You're going to have to find out after this break.
Welcome back. We have a dead even half, a dead even heat on map 2. Our final series of the Challengers stage. It's Cloud9 and Winstrike. Winner of this gets the final spot next week, obviously, if it's our last series. But who is it going to be? Cloud9's already got map 1 in hand. They want this pistol to make sure they get their best foot forward in this half as well. Absolutely true. Waylander and co. making their way towards long right now. No CT presence there whatsoever. Defuse kit for automatic. I assume he went for the double flashbang defuse kit approach. And they can see now a T-spawn is clear. They've got an incredible flank here. Rush is going to hold up in T-spawn for anyone falling back. Great position to be in. That means they can rotate a lot of presence towards the A site, but they still need to be aware that the connector could be an issue. But long is where most of the Winstrike team reside. Keo trying to do what he can behind the boxes, has Flusha immediately beside. Flash out. Oh, the dink though. Flusha got thrown off his aim. He had the perfect lineup to the shots and just got countered by the front of bathrooms. What a problem that is. And what a problem it's going to be for Cloud9 because they're down to just 2 players remaining. Not even any damage dealt. As the bomb gets planted. Rush is going to change that, but he's got to get an ace. 1 on 5. Good shot on Boomich. They know where he is. They'll all just line up and take him down with pistols, and it's 9-7. Very quick round there. Making their way towards long. It was looking like a fantastic setup there from Cloud9. They had the information to a T-spawn, a nice flank setup in that respect as well. And they make their way all the way up long, Winstrike that is, but they nail all the shots required. Really well done. And this was where it all started to fall apart for Cloud9. They won the first pistol, but lost the second round full eco. Remember that. And I don't think we'll see that happen again, as Cloud9 in a very similar situation have to take the eco themselves. Nothing invested in round number 2 as Winstrike extend their lead to 9-7. The triple. We're going with the triple boost at B. Can be good for a frag. You rarely see it work out, but we'll see now. But Zelsis up as well. They got confidence in the lad's aim. Yeah. Norbert's going to quickly rip this apart. We've seen this addition to it lately as well. Rather than just relying on that, you put one at sandbags to get the information, to bait them away, and then you instantly get the shot on the triple, but Norbert's going to walk in behind them. Does he get 3 kills? Well, the interesting thing is if he doesn't, he's going to call that the B-side's clear. Everyone's coming this way thinking that it's going to be a stack. He's not even looking. They're all going to look at him. They might have even been better off to let him run by, because then the boost isn't spotted. They take potentially the site with the stack working. They can actually do something with this AK, though. Surely they don't do the same and get an AK and somehow win the round. Surely. Me, for the sense of excitement, would have liked to see what would happen if they let him walk by, but Soar, kill secured, AK grabbed. That's also beneficial, and they're going to go for a secondary boost. Headshot position for Rush. He won't spot anything with it just yet. Bomb already planted. They don't have kits. That's the only thing about the AK being picked up. That becomes a bit of a problem for them. Speaking of problem, Kiyoshima, he's going to get aggressive inside of water. Doesn't want to swing yet. He's going to leave that to Rush. But Waylander spotted him up ahead of time. Flush has got a kill. Waylander down. It's all on Boomich. They've got to go now. Rush has the AK still. He's lower on HP, but they want to tap the bomb. It's 10 seconds. They need to get Boomich on top of it. He's got the first kill already, and that should secure the round as Rush steps back out. Winstrike get away with it. I think once they realized he was towards Monster, getting on the full defuse and holding a tighter angle and trying to go for the straight-up kill was the better option, especially the time running so low. But I appreciate the fact they were trying to bait him out and take him together. But the fact they had the AK there might have been the better call. But either way, it does go very, very close. It comes right down to the 2 versus 1 in favor of Cloud9. It almost happened there. The boost designed to get 1 kill actually leads to this initial frag. If it had been a bit cleaner there, Kiyoshima had landed 2 headshots at the start. They might not have lost that initial kill, and there could have been even more of a chance to win out the round. But Boomich held strong, but it's incredibly costly. 10-7, but Cloud9 with 4 orgs and an M4 here. They know if they can win this round, the money is ruined for the T side. Pretty much saving the day there with the UMP towards the end. 17 kills to his name and 110 ADR. Timeout called. 2-0 in the second half. Can they make it 3? AKs and scouts. There's a Galil there for quick. Just a sign of the times and how low their money is after that round. Quick Molotov to sandbags to keep them off it. That gives Norbert the confidence to rush in toward water and make sure he has the position. Spamming into it though, Keo does a little bit of damage. A teeny tiny tad. As he tries to spray back and find more on him as well. Norbert sneaking in. Celsius doesn't hit that shot quick enough. The AK certainly can be punishing. Meanwhile, World Edit. Evident that he has the scope because he's moving at 100 miles an hour while still scoped in. But even tags would be significant on take because then, especially at long, if they send Boomich down close to the entry point, he tags them up, he walks around with the AK, done. Wombo combo. Hit him with the double left, right hook.
Could happen. Opening pick found. And Waylander working out of anyone to push towards outside of the B site. Cloud9 get yet another frag there as Kiyoshima taking down Boomich. And more at it now with the scouts. Remember, they go down to an eco if they lose this round, which is looking very likely at this point.
2 rounds up, yeah, and just the fact that it was such a closely contested second round. It's going to leave them on the back foot. That should confirm it. 14 seconds, bomb down outside Monster quick. He'd have to find 4. That's not going to happen, but he does at least get automatic through the hole in the doorway. He'll try and book it back toward the ladder. Wise decision to stay down below, because if he goes up that, they were already on top of his position. He loses the gun, he loses the money. He may still rush. He's got the right idea, but it's a round for Cloud9 nonetheless. They're first of the second half, and they know the situation. They're in control now.
They are in full control. Quick with the AUG. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Pasha, enjoying the major from home. Saw him commentating some games earlier.
Yeah, good fun. I was thinking about replacing you with him.
You should. Funnier than I am.
He is hilarious. Sometimes he doesn't even mean to be. He just is.
I'm sure he'll make an appearance at some point over this major.
I certainly hope so, yeah. It'd be good to see him. It'd be good to see any of the Virtus Pro guys, any of the Polish players stop by and say hello. That'd be a very welcome treat. Norbert tries to fire back up with the Deagle toward the water fountain position. Flushes actually with that smoke on all the way up. He could play this corner, clear the party, or the playground, excuse me, and then just sit in the corner at the top of the stairs with that MP9, and he pretty much secures that entire half of the map. As long as they make sure that the connection is covered, World Edit does get Zelsis back.
Yeah, good trade.
Flush is still here. Surprisingly in the open, not wanting to stick to the corner, but he's still there nonetheless. I think he had to go back more because they wanted to give up connector. They didn't want to leave 2 inside of B and have to play a retake through connector if that got lost, if they somehow got overwhelmed. So they took the safe rotation back through A. Put one up toward Heaven. Rush, he's going to peek spot and kill Norbert. But down he goes. World Edit with the kill. He's already got an AUG picked up. There's one now on that ramp. They get in fast enough. That's certainly grabbable. 36 seconds and a Molotov down. World Edit wants to peek and find another in this round. He's got 2 already. And that's the AUG that was carried over, by the way. That was not picked up this particular round. 18 seconds. Bomb going in. Barrels never checked. Was cleared already once. They didn't know that it was occupied a second time, and Kiyoshima gets there. Deagle's going to try and hunt him down, but the round's already lost, and Cloud9 on 9 are now 1 behind Winstrike.
I think another eco is in store as well, due to the fact that Quick got no money from the previous round, and the other player's not looking too strong either. Might just have to take the partial here and allow Cloud9 to tie things up. 10-10 looking very likely. World Edit did some decent damage with the AUG, but ultimately they couldn't get the plant down, and Kiyoshima holds strong towards B. It's now going to be round 20, and I assume we don't see much more than Deagles. Let's have a look. Indeed, how many of them? 4, and a PD-50 as well. No armor, no nades. Just hoping for those delicious 1-digs we all love to see. Nades down towards T-step. That's going to do so much damage. Oh my goodness. First kill found. Need to be careful though. They don't need to force the issue on these frags. I just see them calm down slightly. Flush doesn't fully commit, just gets himself to party, so that's okay.
Party indeed. Doesn't want to go any further, but is he aware? Automatic's out here as well. It's going to be 2 players back, turned. Easy shot on the first. Looks to flush it. In fact, already preempting his position. Flush it pulls it back, but now he has to be cautious of the fact that they're going to try and overwhelm him. He has identified that there's distance. Smoke down. He can secure the reload in the AUG. He's still got a little bit of money left anyway. Money, I should say, ammo left anyway in it. But Keo cleverly takes advantage and finds a kill as well, all down to Boomich. Nearly awkward for a moment, but at the 50-second mark, pretty much secure that we go into a tie game. And CT side starting to work out for Cloud9.
Oh,
3-2 in the half.
Yeah, it's getting there now. 10-10. For those not aware, we've said it a lot now. This is going to be the final time I say it, okay? Listen
I'll
up.
hold you accountable.
This is the final best of 3 of this stage of the tournament. Tomorrow is a day off. The next day is a day
The way
off.
you said that, you were almost like, wow, we get a day off.
Yeah.
What?
It's a long, old event, this one. But this is actually the absolute final series here. This could be the final map. So tell your friends, it's the last Counter-Strike action you'll get for a couple of days. Get stuck in. We could go to a third map still. And for now, it looks like Cloud9 have the upper hand. And we've had all the big names make it through today. Due to the fact, I would say, it's that best of 3 finish at this part of the tournament. Any elimination game has been a best of 3, a great addition to the major. Everyone seems very happy. I feel like this has been the best major format we've ever seen. And we've done majors for a long, long time now. World Edit standing off against Automatic. What a duel this has been.
My 8th, your 9th major.
My 9th one, that's right. Damn.
Automatic takes down World Edit. Norbert does hold off to find Celsius. They nearly got away with 2 on that. Rush repeaks it. It's a risk to do so, but secures the trade, and that gives them the advantage they much desire at this point in the round. Minutes mark. Keo still jumping for information. Boomich is going to work his way toward the A site, but already spotted. He again leads the way. He and Norbert. He on 17. Norbert on 16. On 9 side, it's Automatic. But Rush is quickly closing in on that with his 13th kill, 2 in this round. Quick's going to have to come up with something sharp. As the bomb. Door open. Boomich. Oh, he thought he was going to get back through that cleanly. Kiyoshima actually got the shot, got the angle, did damage, and follows it up. Brilliantly done as he strikes through the wall, leaving it to Quick at a 1-on-4.
Well, I hope he's got some tricks up his sleeve because this one looks way out of his grasp. Cloud9 look very comfortable so far in the second half. They've lost the pistol, but now chained together 4 rounds in a row. Automatic winning out the duel against World Edit. And Quick will give her his position. So now will they wait? Yes, I was going to say, he needs to make his way towards T-spawn. He can't sit connector. Otherwise, he will be dropped after time. Still might be a slight chance of that, but I think he's okay. And indeed he is. Quick hold on to the AK, but again, he gets no cash. And his teammates only have 4th stage loss bonus. So it's Quick again. He'll be limited, and he's already got the AK in smoke. 11-10 now. Cloud9 take the lead once more. Their map, win this one, and it's all done. We'll have NIP, G2, and Cloud9 winning out today. And I guess before that best of 1 format, when we had the last major, that could have been a question mark, right? You go to a best of 1, and we could have seen teams that are household CS names, staples of the major, not make it through. And that's what this whole system was developed to avoid that factor.
Yeah, imagine G2, NIP, and Cloud9 lost today.
Yeah, it wouldn't necessarily. It's maybe a little bit too much to say, but obviously we want those big names to be there. They represent CSGO, they're stars of the game, and people want to watch them play, right?
From a viewership standpoint, a fanfare standpoint, they're the favorites in that regard.
Yes.
So yes, you kind of do want them there. That said, either of the other 3 teams, Winstrike still could, arguably, could have made it through.
Absolutely.
The other aspect in saying that is that there are major winners on all 3 of Cloud9,
Yes.
NIP,
G2.
and G2. So that was another factor of if they could all have gone out today. Cloud9 still playing for their lives. The fact of the matter, too, Fnatic already gone. That's pretty significant, is it not?
Yes.
Top-rated team by the peers coming into this.
Yeah, an early casualty there. But normality resuming, it seems. Just the pistols and that saved AK. Remember, Quick. Low money, but he gets 3,400 into the next round. Great smoke from Zelsis, and good damage from Kiyoshima. Very effective. Remember how Sean was saying, Rush hugs that pillar. It's living proof that he'll be holding that position, looking for frags here and trying to bait in his teammate Zelsis, who's tied in the corner here. Can they check hit spot? They absolutely will, but they're going to go down in response. It's Rush who melts a couple of them, and he gets the 3rd as well. Strong B play. Presumably goes down to Quick here. He does a lot of damage before he does. 3 versus 2, but not really any danger of losing this round. It'll be Flusher to spray them down and mob things up.
Absolutely. Clean, concise, laser precision of the AUG. And it's now 2-round advantage on 5 rounds in a row. Winstrike giving us a little more to talk about this game than even last, and last was their map choice on Nuke. They only achieved 7 rounds. This time they've got 10. 2 timeouts left over for them to work with. And we get underway once more. Krieg brought out this time. Boomich is going to bring it.
He's going to have to. Automatic really has taken this AWP role amazingly well. It started around November last year, just when they were replacing Skadoodle, and I was impressed when it really started to show how good he is as an individual. The fact he's so deadly with the rifle, won a major, of course, last year in Cloud9 as the rifler. Skadoodle steps out, he says, you know what, I'll give the AWP a go, and he has been phenomenal with it. You wouldn't know it's his first few months as being a primary AWPer. He is excellent. Very talented individual.
Automatic, speaking of, is in a bit of a worryable position. Does back out of it just in time. He was getting surrounded from the front of the bathrooms and the long connector. Quick gets out to the bench. Who's going to be the man on top of his head? Presumably someone. No one's there with him yet. He just wants to wait it at this point in time. Smoke flash combo in front of him. 33 seconds. That little bit of utility starts to matter a lot based on the timing. And ooh, Flusha gets absolutely evaporated by World Edit, who got in position. He thought he was clean. Automatic found one in return on the AWP, but only one. Quick was very much so as they got around the corner. Boomich, 16 seconds. Finally an execution going their way, but are they ready for the flank? Bomb was dropped. There's still 12 on the clock. Keo, he can try and deny it once more, but he's on the wrong side of the box. He's got to play this in a true 1-on-2. And they've already got position in the post plant. Quick's looking the wrong way, but his teammate's going to spot first. Flash over. They line up, and Kiyoshima gets both. It's 13 rounds, Cloud9.
Oh my goodness, it couldn't have gone any better for him. He gets, so tantalizingly close. You feel like he's just going to get that first kill and be traded out, but the other player swings out in all the confusion, the chaos, and he gets both. 13-10, Cloud9 continue their win streak here. 5 rounds in a row. I think that's 6 now, actually, after that defuse comes in. But still, how he's done that, I'll never know. That is unbelievable. Got to kill for this smoke and then finishes things off. Absolutely beautiful. Quick, to be fair, it's not like he did anything wrong. You can't really communicate. Oh, he's right next to me. He's this close. You're just trying to get the trade and trying to back up your teammate who's being shot at. It was just very unfortunate. But there we go, 13-10. They get the plant down, but still, it will be now. Round 24, a CZ in the hands of World Edit. No sniper for him. Hasn't really delivered on all fronts today. A few great rounds. And ultimately, I feel like Cloud9 have had the better of him as Waylander goes down initially. Another nade thrown towards T-steps that won't connect.
Otto's already out towards monster position. AWP is going to transfer back inside of the site. Instead, it is Rush that now is there to support. Given that they backed off Monster already, though, a bit of a passive hold for it. Like that Flush is smoked, maybe they try and move him back over. He's got window to cover. Otto's pretty much committed to the pillar at this point. They've got too many smokes on the site because Rush lost vision. He's going to have to be perfect, and he gets overwhelmed. That was inevitable at that point in time. They already cleared out window. They already took down the AWP, but are they ready for Keo again? Zelsis also on a flank.
Yeah, Zelsis is the more dangerous aspect of this. He does so much damage, finishes them off through the cliff of the wall there, and Norbert has to hit everything at this point. They managed to win out of the 1v1 before, and Zelsis, he throws that incendiary behind his opposition and locks him in spot. He can't fall back. Ideally, he would have done, but he would have died to the flames, and then he wins it out. Great stuff. He has really impressed today. We are definitely critical of his performances to kick things off, and rightfully so. The spotlight's on you. If you want to play at this level, people got to analyze and dissect your play. But he's got better and better as the tournament progresses, and hopefully now feels comfortable enough, if they do make it through, that he can actually cause some damage and show us truly what he's made of and why he was picked up.
Absolutely. And Rush said it best. Even though he doesn't have a sticker, this is very much his first major, so they want to make that experience the best they possibly can for him, and he for them. 14 rounds, Cloud9, 2 to go. Money still, though, as it is the maximum bonus plus the bomb plant for
Rush B, boys.
Winstrike, and it is going to be a Rush, and Rush is the man to shut down exactly that, but not quite sufficient in doing so. Seemingly better on the giving than the taking in that position as Kiyoshima tries to find out where they've gone. He nearly got Boomich. Boomich gets both. He snaps back to find Zelsis, and he'll re-smoke window. This one might go their way.
It should do. 4 on 2. Automatic sat in the smoke right now. It's an absolute nightmare for him, and he will be dropped. The rush towards B, a couple of smokes deployed as well, works out as they manage to finally stop this string of rounds Cloud9 have built up. It was, what, 7 in a row indeed, to get them 14-10 up. And the money's actually not looking too good. They've had lots of 1v1s coming right down to the wire. So flush up, trying to save this org. I'm not sure it's going to be possible. We'll see. Absolutely not. So they'll have to take an eco here. I would not recommend force buying this at all. You've got the lead. Let's close this one out. Winstrike, though, with the lifeline. There's Boomich, 22 kills. Did not deserve to be on the losing team. He's done a great job this tournament.
He's a solid player.
Yeah.
He is decent enough to be in consideration for movement in the CIS shuffle if there is to be one.
Yeah, great stuff there. That one kill. Keo did hear it. Swings around. Can't quite do enough damage. And Boomich claims both. And they will take the full eco. That's good to see.
Otto's going to go with them. So full eco stack on B. 14-12 looking likely. But the stack could cause problems. Bomb's way back toward T-spawn, so it's not like they'll get it for free even if they walk in. And Norbert already making exceptional work of the players on the B side. Has found 2 kills plus significant damage on Zelsis. They'll eventually take down Boomich. But on all of this, oh, actually, surprisingly, Quick's still here with the bomb. I guess they're just going to finish it out on kills. They've already started that job. Might as well just get it done. Could easily rotate it back over toward A now, and I think they'll do that with 2 players already clearing the site. Waylander, the deepest of which. A brawl to the finish, because Winstrike now wins 2 in a row. This gives them a bit of money to work with. Cloud9 taking the eco. They're going to have another buy, but they're not secure. This one even reeks of overtime. Has all the conditions to get there. So what can Flusha do to make it interesting? Smoke gives way. Waylander spots him, and everybody will slowly and surely, maybe not even slowly, turn their attention that direction. They rush him down.
So, speaking of rush, his money is actually pretty low, 3,600. They are going to buy whatever happens with looks of things. Automatic can buy the AWP. Rush will have to go for the MP9. Do they want to mix things up and take matters into their own hands in this particular round? Time will tell. Could send a couple of players, including the AWP, down towards Connector. Push short, get some map control. Or just play a default. Who knows? I haven't seen much of Cloud9 on this map. I haven't seen much of them this year. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve. They're sending 4 towards B at the start with Flush's org patrolling middle. It's just to negate the rush. And there's actually 5 players on the T side coming through. Zelsis to defend. The flashbang will take his crosshair off placement, and now they'll go down. It's up to Keo once again to find big numbers here. A couple of kills comes back in favor of Cloud9, but Rush is going down.
Absolutely. They had no idea Norbert was that deep in, and he can immediately attack to the stairs. That little piece of wood right here on the left, such a nuisance, because Flusha has to fully commit to the swing to find it. He's done that.
What?
He's done that, and then some, because that's the problem with it. As soon as you commit that far, you're left completely susceptible to anyone peeking from catwalk. He gets both. It's a one-on-one. Kiyoshima to clutch it again, and it's an AWP for World Edit. He's no slouch, and he knows exactly where Kyo's due to arrive. But can he get the timing right? Can Keo subsequently bait a shot from World Edit? He's done that. Tagged him down to 2 HP, and the missed one on the second. It's Keo that's going to get it on map point, and a chance for Cloud9 to advance.
World Edit had the advantage there. He missed the crucial shot, and that might cost him the tournament. He had to hit it. There was no question. He knew where Keo was. He'd already expended his ammo. He just had to hit it. And Kiyoshima took him down to 2 on this peak. That was a great shot from Flusha. My goodness. Great play. And World Edit, it's going to be gutted he didn't hit that. His round to lose, and that's exactly what happened. One more round will do it, and we'll see all the big names make it through today. G2, NIP, and presumably Cloud9 at this point. Winstrike will need 3 rounds in a row just to take it to overtime. They do have a full buy here. Money not really a factor at this point. You lose 1 more and you're out of it. Automatic spots a couple towards playground. That's the information. It's not a B rush at least. I've already called for a rotation from that side of the map as he patrols towards long. Player already there, nails it. So good. Automatic is going to be dangerous in this major going forward as he continues to look for frags here, but he has been spotted by Wild Edit, who will reply. 4 and 4. Nice shot by him. Waylander, oh, the timing's awful, but where is the teamwork? He goes in there alone. That's such a risk by itself. At this stage of the game, to walk in bathrooms like that, I'm sorry, that's just not the way to approach it. So that is.
That certainly is fine from World Edit. Limits Cloud9 back down to 3. Keo still wants to stay aggressive, though, AUG in hand. But he is aware of the fact that they can sneak in behind him from the other bathroom's entrance.
Now remember, when you right-click the AUG, it does make the same sort of sound the AWP does as well.
Shadow.
And he did see that shadow. That's why it's such a prime position. Wild Edit, though, after missing the shot in the 1 versus 1, is making up for it right now. He'll smoke towards CT steps. Rush on the other side. Flash is coming through, and it will affect him. He's going down. It's Zelsis this time to clutch out with the MP9. I don't think he can do it. The range is not there with this weapon. He'll probably find an AK on his way towards the bomb site. It sticks with the SMG. We're not done just yet, it seems. And they've got no money, by the way. This will go right down to the wire.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, overtime's definitely a possibility if Zelsis can't close it right here and now. Wants to close the distance. Spotted him in the smoke. Can he spray him down fast enough? World Edit on the op as well. He can overrun him with the MP9. He's gone away from this. Norbert's going to reveal himself. Good find from Zelsis, and he can get right on this. He's going to hold. He doesn't have a kit. He's going to try and hold this off. World Edit comes around the corner. All too easy at that point. It was a full defuse required, and it's 15-13.
Oh, well, there it is. He keeps him in the tournament this time. The approach from Zelsis there was to suggest that he was not defusing. He was given the 10-second defuse and hoped the World Edit would just hold up, wait for the 5 seconds to expire, and assume he wasn't on the bomb, but it didn't work out. He runs towards it, took the gamble, wins it, so he cost him map and indeed match points, but he keeps him in the game here, and Cloud9 are force buying. This could be overtime now. They've got with PD50s and CZs. World Edit bravely run through the flames towards the playground, down to 50 HP, a bit of a B stack going on. Cloud9 were hoping for that B rush, but they haven't got it.
They have not at all. We go 30 rounds, it seems. Overtime might be what Cloud9 need to close it. Might be what Winstrike need to force this to a third. A third would be a Mirage.
Well, they'll be going towards A by the looks of things. They have 4 players towards middle. They have all their smokes and flashbangs. Molotovs available. As Cloud9 have realized something's not right. No one's here at B. Nor we're watching for flanks here. We're at the 45-second mark, and he's going to go join his teammates. We need some backup on the A side. Just flush there with a P250. Only damage they've inflicted is towards the Overpass so far. I would say stack everyone towards A at this stage. They are starting to bring numbers over, and Waylander making noise. The smoke's coming down. Good job by Zelsis, but he's actually got himself in a spot of bother here. He's going to burn potentially to the flames. He does survive, and here they come, the final chance. Will we go to overtime or not? There'll be no money left if they get this round up.
No, there is one. I take it back. There's one flash for automatic. I was going to see if they could try and get Flusher to swing around. They still push through. Rush gets 2 on that. Automatic's going to throw that close. Doesn't really do anything for him, even though Waylander's there. Flush is what they're trying to get into position. If they could make a noise right now, he's got the AWP picked up. But if they had made a noise, I don't think anyone would have checked that. Somehow he could have got on that. He's given himself up now. They know he's in the site. He's still going to go aggressive on the AWP. Battles ensuing both on the stairs and at long. Flusha can't hit the shot required. It would have been an interesting thought if he had been on that silently and quick. I don't know that it would have checked it, but now the bomb is certainly going to detonate. It goes 15-14. Despite the Cloud9 has everyone alive at the end, there's just not the opportunity, and I don't think he does.
No, I didn't think he would either.
Automatic at least gets the AK.
But that's all they've really got. They force-board that. It comes right down to it. I feel like Automatic had to be a little bit more aggressive in taking down Waylander and join his teammates there. Wasted too much time, and they didn't have the kit. And they'll give it everything they've got here. Took all 5 down, but it's inconsequential, really. Here's Quick finishing things off, just confirming the defuse wasn't happening. Lots of frags and an opportunity there for Cloud9, but it comes down to an AK. CZ's MP9 is actually better off than what they had before. And this could be the B-rush. What a call to make. Brave from Winstrike as they go into round number 30, up against Rush's MP9, but they're going to take down the first player, probably the second as well at this point.
Oh,
he's blind.
That flash was so good. Rush got back in position on the MP9, gets an upgrade onto an AK, nearly ready for World Edit, but somehow he gets the jumping shot to take down barrels, and it comes to the 2 pistols to try and hold. If World Edit fell on that as well, it would have been a 3-on-2 the other way, and the site would not be attained. Keo tries to get in position with the Deagle, can't do it. It's Flusha on a 5-7 to keep this baby from going the distance. And he's already spotted. That's going to make things almost impossible. Still wants to get clever with this. Why is that Molotov throwing barrels now? His teammates segregated by this, nearly gave him a chance at that, actually.
We're going to overtime. Winstrike have done it. Somehow, some way, they've managed to claw 3 rounds together. That forced buy from Cloud9, sure, it came down to the 1v1, but left them with nothing for the final round. Great effort from Rush there. The flashbang yielded a second frag, but it wasn't quite enough. As Quick gets the job done. Everything's reset at this point. It's going to be MR3 10K. It'll be first to 19. There we go, 18-18. We'll do it all over again. So the 10K money is actually significant. You'll see CTs won't necessarily buy helmets in these rounds, especially the AWPers, because you know you're up against rifles here. Not really any reason to have it. Lose the first round of CT, you got 1 more buy. If you lose the second, you'll have pistols for the third. 10K overtime is a little bit brutal for the defense, especially if you lose the first round. If you win it, it's not too much of a problem.
Oh, nice name. It's flying at him, increasing in size and velocity each and every second it gets closer. Norbert will back away, smoke down. He's safe to do so, and he'll spray in just because. Because why not? First round of OT. Just a note of the majors. Valve rule set. Most tournaments comply with all of Valve's rules, including timeouts, most notably timeouts, but not necessarily with overtime rules.
Yeah.
Many still run, and ESL tournaments included, run the 16K model. This is 10K, so you can lose 2 and be forced to save.
That's a good point. Winstrike, though, will be up for this. They'll be fired up after the 3-round comeback towards the end. 15-13 down. Managed to pull it right back. Automatic low HP, just spotting towards the connector door now. 35 seconds. Looks like an A finish. Flash is still in the bathrooms here. This is the map picker Cloud9. It looked like there was theirs, hands down. Flash up, confirms the first frag. Throws an incendiary towards long, interesting. Trying to buy his teammates time. I don't think it even made it there. Actually, probably made things more complicated for Kiyoshima, to be honest, but he's handling the situation well, but surely gets dropped here. 3 versus 3. They exchange blow after blow, and automatic blow as well. The flame's not quite reaching the planter, and looks like Winstrike are going to win the round.
They are. T-sided win. They got 5 of 6 to force out overtime. Keep that in mind. That's how fast they turn things around, and credit to them for doing so against Cloud9 on their map. As soon as the economic turmoil hits on the CT side, Winstrike were almost unstoppable. And that came off the back of losing 7 previous to find the 5 from 6 to put us here. And now they'll win yet another with the money. Automatic just trying to save the AWP because that is relevant in this form of overtime. Now the pressure's on for Cloud9 to win the next one.
It's a good point now. If they lose this round, they'll have just pistols for the final one. Cloud9 give it up. They wanted to make this a quick 2-0. It was looking very likely to be the case. But Winstrike have held their nerve, and now they have the lead. First round of overtime is theirs, and World Edit more than happy to oblige. He'll find frag after frag with the AWP. You can see the money, pretty much absolute 0 for the CTs. Really need this one to go in their favor.
Norbert gonna push his way through. Does look for the jump and the boost immediately. It sprays into it. The rest holding up toward the playground at this point in time. And the fountain area. Automatic AWP to watch long, and there's going to be company there. He doesn't have anyone to play off of. It's not like he's baiting someone in from connector, or vice versa. And a single flash, he's pushed off the angle. Instead of flashing himself back into it, that would be bold with World Edit standing there with an AWP. He does. Or at least he gives them the thought. A little bit of food for thought. Money gonna be gone if Cloud9 don't win this. Again, I'll mention it. Nice shot from Norbert to start it off. I'll mention it. Mirage if we need to. Automatic with one. Couldn't get away fast enough. Too wide on the corner. Couldn't avoid Waylander. Trade. And down to just 3. 4 on 3 is one of the best situations to find yourself in if it's sustainable on the T side. "30 seconds. It all falls on Flusha. Playing just off the preset mark of headshot at Dumpster because that is somewhere that's often checked. He's blinded, he's smoked off. Rush trying to get position. He'll stand in behind the APC. They want to go to default. Rush. He's going to have to wait. Zelsis already found one. Flusha baits Rush in. Just that little bit of noise from the fence, and they did not look to rush. But World Edit has nowhere to go. He'll walk in with the AWP. Cloud9 answer. Both teams will have money.
A must-win round for Cloud9, and they get through by the skin of their teeth. Sure, 3 of them survive, but it was much closer than it seemed. They lose the initial kills, and you can see it on the faces of the Winstrike. That round was theirs. They had it. It was done. Norbert hits the critical shot towards short. They trade out the AWP kill on automatic. It looked like they had no chance. Zelsis takes the attention away, and then Rush can step up to the plate with the AUG. We go 16-16, and there's a double AWP set up for the first time on the CT forces at Cloud9 here. Can they do enough? Can they get 2-1 here? It's not clear. B rushes have been prevalent for Winstrike, I should say, as they'll make their way towards that side of the map. But this time, it's a little bit more tentative.
Norbert holding. He's pushed himself up into that corner so many times on the CT side when we were way back in the first half. He's going to do it on the opposing side this time. Rush up close. He's been at barrel. Most notably at Zelsis to support it this time and throws in a nade to do damage that'll soften them up. For Rush to try and take them down. In they go. Haven't checked it. Zelsis takes the first rush. He goes out. He gets both again. Another double for Rush. Bomb goes down and problems for Winstrike. They got that opening T round, but it looks like the overtime half may fall shy. World Edit's got the up. He's got the angle. He's only got one. Zelsis has got him back. Zelsis on an op, not something we've seen quite commonly, and he's got another kill with it. Good round for the young boy to find 3, and it's 17-16 as we swap over in overtime number 1.
It wasn't looking too good for Cloud9 there, especially after losing the first round as well. And it looked like they were starting to crack, but they managed to hold their nerve. Norbert has dropped 30 kills.
He was way behind Boomich, who sits on 23 as well.
Yeah,
so that's true. He's been on fire lately.
Rush has stepped up as well. The 2 rounds at 1.5, down to Rush clearing up at the end. A player that has a massively high ceiling, doesn't sometimes realize it at all times, but certainly delivering here today as we get into it. Rush 28 kills, top fragging for Cloud9. He's got the AK in hand this time, automatic with the AWP. 1 round will give them map points again. If they can kick things off with a victory here, that will be it. But Winstrike are looking deadly at this point.
Just to note, it's hard to read into this, but T-sides, you can get an advantage from this, and that's where Cloud9 are now. They have twice as many flash assists so far than Winstrike at 10-5.
Wow.
CT side, sure. At Monster, you can flash a guy in, you can counter it off, but T-side especially, if you're executing and you get flashes out, we certainly saw it with the pistol toward barrels.
To be clear, flash assist, just in case you're not aware, is when your teammate throws a flash, you convert the kill off it. The player who threw the flash, he'll get a stat called a flash assist. That'll be him assisting you, essentially. And it's not necessarily shown on the screen for us, but we can look at the data and work out who did what.
Well, who did what so far is Norbert. He's up to 31 kills by taking down Zelsis to start off. Their CT side now. This is tournament life for Winstrike. Cloud9, sure, pressure on. You want to end it now. You don't want to take the chance to go to a 3rd map. But at least you have that 3rd map in your back pocket.
Indeed.
Winstrike don't. They have to win just to have any chance of going further. Boomich up close on the bathrooms. World Edit will stare into them as well with the AWP. Little does he know he's actually locked onto a target. But it's beyond the wall. The Molotov Molotov extinguishes as well. Automatic wants to swing around and get a shot. Baited into one toward the bathrooms, but that baits Rush in from long. Again, he is so solid. 1 and an assist, but still, just the presence to be there opens up the sight. It's down to Norbert and Waylander, and it's going to be map point for Cloud9 in overtime on Waylander only, and Rush finds him.
It's Rush again, Matt. He goes around towards long, somehow undetected all the way to the bomb site. That's just a huge blunder there for Winstrike. The fact they don't have any sort of awareness that long could be a problem, it actually is the beginning of the end. Winstrike now need both of these rounds. How does Rush get to this position undetected? I can't really explain why they're not watching long at all. That doesn't make any sense, but that's how it all pans out, and Cloud9 have found map and indeed match points. One more round will take them to the next stage of the major and knock Winstrike out of the tournament. It's been a hell of a series. Feels longer than 2 maps at this point. It's been quite a slow game, but Cloud9 will find the opening kill, and who else to get it then? Rush, of course. Great shot with the AUG on the T side, takes down Boomich, and this could be it. Flusher follows it up. It's a 5-on-3, Cloud9's rounds to give away.
And Flusher has no intention of doing that. Rush, if I'm not mistaken, he has 7 at least, I think 8 in overtime so far.
He's killed it. Like, he has been astonishingly good. He saved them in this overtime.
Steps up considerably. Zelsis in the corner. He's just waiting to watch the doorway to make sure Keo's safe to guard off on sandbags. And remember, Flush is still out watching Monster, so they're just wanting Winstrike to be desperate and make mistakes.
Well, they've got so much time. They've got all their utility. And look at the setup for Winstrike. They have 2 flashbangs, 1 kit.
Surprised you don't see that position more.
It's because it's very vulnerable to flashbangs. It is a great angle for catching people walking in. But yeah, you're right. We don't see it too often. It's a very strong position, but you're vulnerable. As soon as you get flashed, you're in a bit of a dodgy spot. But yeah, definitely a strong one. You camouflage quite well into the wall as well.
It's crafty enough. Quick, there it is. They had to peek. They needed information. 31 seconds, 2 on B. They need to rotate. They have to be aware. Oh, he's looked away. Wrong timing on the flash. Rush again, and he'll follow it up as well to find Norbert. Cloud9 are 1 kill away from making it to the top 16 again. And it's all on World Edit, a man who has tons of experience in majors, but this time he's going no further. It's over. Cloud9 in overtime, 2-0, and they get the final spot in our top 16.
It's all the big names making their way through today. The best of 3 results are in. Cloud9 will be the final team to make it through to the new Legends stage. It was a great series there, Matt. We get overtime on the second map, and Winstrike did absolutely everything they could. A valiant attempt, but not quite enough to take down these absolute legends of the game, and it will be Cloud9 winning 2-0 in overtime on Overpass.
What a game it was. Rush, 33 kills to finish it. Credit to, I think it was Norbert on 32. Boomich, who stood up many times,
yes.
Even when they were losing, he was still in contention. Quick, great skill, so much potential on this team, but there can only be one from the 2, and it's Cloud9 that make it through. And with Zelsis, that's an incredible story. Zelsis comes in as the coach to replace Golden because he's sick. Therefore, they don't have Valens behind them, and they still make it this far. They now get a regroup period. They've got 2 days off. Valens is here. He's watched all this, and Zelsis gets used to things to move into this next stage. This is impressive from Cloud9, and it, with 1 map, secures that they avoid the minor next time.
That's absolutely true. A special shout out to Zelsis from me. He's proven himself that he can hold his nerve and perform at this level, and hopefully that's taken away some of the nerves, and we want to see the best from him next week. Automatic played out of his mind with the AWP. Rush stepped up in overtime when they really needed him, and this team is getting stronger as the tournament develops, and maybe that's a good thing they got to this stage, is now they really feel that they're probably ready for the next stage.
You got a feel for Waylander. You can see him just mulling this one over, but head over to Twitter and find that tweet that Automatic's clearly writing. In fact, they all look to be celebrating. Flush as well. We'll see if they're celebrating on the desk. Stunning used to be part of Cloud9, not with this lineup, but they're in.
OT, and there's never much love when we go OT, and I pray that Cloud9 make it through in one piece. They have indeed done it now, and they have put Winstrike out of contention. Moving forward in this major is Cloud9, not necessarily the defending champions, but champions of a major at one point nonetheless, and in this situation, they have taken the longer path.
Not pretty, though, was it? The fact of the matter was, these guys from Winstrike made them work, and the individuals that they were highlighting over there at the end of the cast, the fact of the matter is, I think this system so far has shown that there are so many talented individuals and players out there at the moment. Just the fact of the matter is that just the map pool wasn't as deep. If you can't win your own map pick and nuke, you're never going to have a chance in a best of 3.
Yeah, I think Cloud9 played really well at the start of this game. They started so hot on T-side Overpass. They kind of ran into a wall. Winstrike started well in both halves. They had a lot of things working for them, but the key swing points in this match were the 2 Keo clutches and the Zelsis clutch when he came out monster. Without those 3 clutches, this match probably goes the other way.
And the name Zelsis is becoming just more and more prevalent the more we take a look at Cloud9 and talk about what it is that they're hoping to do here at this major. This kid, his first ever major appearance, the first time he's showing up, and he's doing it in a rather large fashion.
But look, he's not, you know, changing the world with his contribution, is he? The thing is,
he's doing enough, Chad.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. He's not, you know, the star of this team by any means, but he's come in here with no experience. He's playing with 4 players who've all won majors before. This kid, there's a lot of pressure on him, and he's performing to a decent standard.
And not only that, we're going to see what his performance does look like in an interview environment. That's right, we do have the opportunity to hear from him and Franker Z. Let's check it out.
Yeah, no pressure, Zelsis. First interview with almost all of the CSGO community watching. Congratulations, though. They're clearly in order here because you are in the new Legend stage. Your very first major, Zelsis. What's on your mind right now?
Just happy to get through groups after the rough start.
And what was on your brain going into this? Because I know the mentality wasn't that great going into yesterday's match against Fury, and it clearly affected you guys. But tonight, no such issues.
I think, like, we came here doing really well in practice, and even boot camping here we were doing really in practice, and then we went, obviously we lost to Tyloo and Vici pretty badly, but I think we just kept trying to have, like, a good mindset coming into these. We know, like everyone knows that, you know, on this team there's, like, experienced players and veterans and stuff, so they know, like, how to win the players they are compared to the players we're playing. So I think we expected to come out. So.
Well, talking of veterans, you're the only person on your team who has not won a major. So what have you actually learned from the other guys on the squad?
Yeah, everyone's pretty smart and they know how to play like each scenario almost. Like everyone has their own idea and situation to everything. So I think yeah, it's good learning experience for me, and I just like it, all the brain power on the team. But
tell me one thing, because there are a load of budding pros out there watching. What's the key bit of information you've learned?
Just have like a good attitude. Keep your mind open. Like obviously, like in your head, you'll probably think like, oh, like you have the right play, but you know, just have like an open mind because everyone else might think they have a play, and then it could be better than yours. It could not be, but yeah, that's my advice to aspiring players out there, I guess.
And I imagine we'll be seeing you taking on that advice and showing what a difference it makes in the Legend stage next week. Congratulations, Zelsis. We will see you then, and let's head back to the desk.
Yeah, and those are big words coming from Zelsis. I guess even on top of that, that's a mentality that some of even the players that have been around forever will have never even come close to kind of captivating in their own minds.
It's hard to have an open mind in Counter-Strike, right? Yeah. You got 5 players with 5 different ideas. Getting on the same page is the hardest thing to do. And Astralis, Trace, the best team in the world, they seem to have managed that for all of 2018. So something of a mentality everybody should be adopting.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, Trace. Soak it up like a sponge.
Yes, and we will continue to do that because that does, in fact, round out the Challenger stage of the event. We're going to be moving on into the new Legend stage, and now they're going to be joined by all the teams that we kind of brought from this area and then the ones that are already there. Let's start talking about some of the teams that are already there in contention. You could see Astralis. You could see Big. You could see Complexity Gaming, right? Yes, it's 2019. You're reading that right. FaZe Clan, Hellraisers, MIBR, Na'Vi, and Team Liquid. These are already the big dogs on the block. Now, joining them will be the ones that did find success here in the Challenger stage, and that's going to round out to Renegades, Energy, Vitality, Avangar, Ents, NIP, G2, and now Cloud9. So, guys, I think for what it's worth, we've really been able to set the stage here for what's sure to be the best major of all time.
Liquid are winning.
Okay, thank you very much. That's yeah, that's noted. That's not bad. Sean,
Astralis is dead. Smoke glitch gone.
Whoa. Okay. Oh.
Just
that's
kidding,
Sean
guys.
Gares.
Just kidding.
SEANGARES. Gares. You can go ahead and check his Twitter out. Send him all your thoughts there on that little comment. And on that note, that does it. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We got a couple days. We got to resituate ourselves, and well, so do you. When we come back, we're gonna have the new Legend stage ready to kick off there in the Spodek, and I am damn sure that you do not want to miss that. We'll see you there.